This is Packet Tracer 3.3.3, installing option modules on a router. The objectives are to familiarize yourself with the 1841 router and the various interface modules available for installation, and observe the changes in the number and designation of various interfaces depending on where they are installed in the router. The first step is to examine an 1841 router and the default hardware. So we are to place an 1841 router from down here at the devices. Just place it anywhere on there. We're going to go into the command line. And this first question is continue with configuration dialog. Simply put in N and then enter. Enable. We're going to do a show run. We only have 2 available interfaces. This is the default settings on this router. Now we're going to go to the physical tab. This is like we actually have the router there with us. And before you get started changing any of the hardware, make sure you power off the router. So we are going to be adding an HWIC-4ESW, which is right here. I'm going to put it in slot 1. If you have any question about which slot it is, just zoom in. And you see at the top it says slot 1, and over here is slot 0. Now we're going to power it back on. And we're going to do another show run. When this is finished decompressing, just say no again, enable, and show run. Now you can see we have added more interfaces. Now we have 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So these are from the module that we installed. We're going to power it off, and in step 3 we are going to remove this module, and then we're going to place it into slot 0. Now we're going to power it back on. Let's go back to the command line. When it's finished, enable, show run. And now you can see the ones that were in slot 0 are 0, 0. Something else to note is that each one of these are switch port mode access, unlike these other 2 that are not. Okay, let's close this. Now we're going to examine a 2811 router and its default hardware. Let's stick that there. Open it up. I'm going to do a show run when it's finished. Enable, show run. This one also has 2 Ethernet as default. We're going to go to the physical, and we're going to put the same kind of module in slot 2. Slot 0, 1, 2, and 3. So let's power it off and slide this into slot 2 and power it back on. Go to command line. Let's tell it no, enable, and show run. You can see the difference. This is the slot designation of your interface. There are also switch port mode access. So let's go back to the physical, shut it off. We are going to replace it into slot 3, turn it on, then go back to command line, enable, show run, and you can see the second digit is a 3, so that's slot 3. Right, let's check our results, which is 100%, and this was Packet Tracer 3.3.3, installing option modules on a router.